Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and more bonus content. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about this puzzle because what I'm told is that if you get it, it's okay, but if you struggle with the concept, it's a bit monstrous. So that makes me nervous. I'm on quite a tight schedule today. I have to try and get this video recorded, then cook some dinner, then join Simon for a quiz later. So I'm really hoping none of that program has to get interrupted. We shall see. Just before we get onto this puzzle, though, I know Simon's been putting a lot of stuff on Patreon in the last day. So as well as the solutions to puzzle hunts that were published last month, both by Jurka van Veenendaal and Nicholas Rasmussen, which were very entertaining. There's also a new bonus THERMO Sudoku puzzle by Ashish Kumar. And while we do not in any way want you to not buy the THERMO app that's just out on most platforms so far, App Store and Android it's definitely available on already anyway. We do, that could whet your appetite for the app, that puzzle over there. So all of that said, what have we got here? This is a Jousting Knights Sudoku from Gary, whose email address suggests he's in Grenada, in which case I'm quite jealous. Now, Gary says that, what does jousting mean? 2 digits are jousting when they're the same digit and they're a knight's move apart. That's understandable. Digits, though, cannot be jousting with more than one opponent at a time. So I presume that means that if you had 2 here, you couldn't have... That's a very poor example to choose. Let's say if you had 4 here, then there couldn't be 4 here and 4 here, because this one would be jousting with 2 4s. Now, the astonishing thing about this is that all digits in this puzzle are jousting, except for digits in red boxes and 5s, which cannot joust. So, well, I mean, you can see why the corners are red boxes, because they obviously can't joust with another of the same digits, because they couldn't reach one. So the corners have to be red boxes. Now, there aren't very many other red boxes in this puzzle. So astonishingly, every digit is linked with one of the same digits by a knight's move. Every digit in a white square apart from 5s. I guess we can look at 5s as kind of carrying their own red squares. I'm amazed that this grid is possible. That seems really weird. I'm also concerned. I think I know maybe why it's difficult to kind of twig how this puzzle works. And that could well be because we're so used to seeing Sudoku as a puzzle of elimination. You're eliminating things, whereas here you actually have to find positive things. I don't know. Let's see how this plays. Do try it on the link below the video if you fancy this, and otherwise let's get cracking. So where the heck do we start? Okay, well we start with this. We've got a few digits that are in white cells. So any digit in a white cell that's not a 5 has got a partner that's a knight's move away. So this one, clearly its knight's moves away are there, there and there. 2 of them are in the same box. So it's got to have a 2 there. And the same for this 8. Those are impossible, so we can put an 8 in there. So we've got something done. And then what? I don't know what then. Okay, we've got 4 and 4 there, so one of these 2 is a 4. But there's so many possibilities. They could have... Well, actually, no. For those 4s... Yeah, no. They could have 4s there or there and share them, or there and there. And this 8... Yeah, that's... No, 6s, look. Yes, they're symmetrical. I think this whole puzzle, there's a chance it's symmetrical. I notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 all appear very evenly spaced in boxes of those numbers. And 2's opposite 8. I have a feeling we're looking at some symmetry here. Well, we'll tell as we go along. Now, what else can we learn? Okay, 7. We've got 7s in column 1 and 3, and this can't be a 7 because the red knights don't have joust. The red cells don't have jousting opponents. So 7 is in one of those cells. I was going to say that therefore 7's in one of these cells, but in fact, of course, the red cells don't have 7s and knights move away, whereas the white ones do. So we can't really use that to tell us anything. But of course, we have got 3s over here, so I can copy that move. I'm going to try, I think, and keep going with the symmetry. Now, I suppose the thing to do is to think about, look, 2s. Yeah, okay, we've got to think about where we can find partners. So, because of those 2s in rows 1 and 2, the 2 in row 3 has to be in this box. Now, yeah, where's that going to find a partner 2 in another box to joust with? Well, not in this row, because there's a 2 in it already and they can't reach beyond, yeah, not in that row. So they've got to have their partner in this row. So it's got to be one of these 2 cells is a 2. That means this one is not the 2, because that's not a knight's move away from either of them. But on the other hand, we don't know which it is. Oh, look at the 2s. Right, this is useful. We've got 2s in columns 1, 2, and 5. And we've got to put 2s in boxes 7 and 8 here. Yeah, so the 2 in box 7 has to be in column 3. It has to be in one of those. Now, yes, this is interesting. Yes. In which box is the partner 2 that's jousting this? It's a knight's move away. It can't be here because that cell doesn't count. It can't be either of these because there's a 2 in the column. And it can't be there because 2 is now locked in one of those 2 cells. So it has to be in one of these 3 cells. And once we've decided that, these 2 cells are ruled out because they can't reach either of the others by knight's moves. So it's a kind of X-wing pair. It's either there and there or there and there. Now that means we've locked in the 2s for both rows 7 and 9. The 2 for row 8 goes in this box. And they're both white. That's got to have a jousting partner. This one could have that or that. This one could only have that. Oh, are they all possible? No, they're not. This cell I've got highlighted is not possible because the 2 in row 5 would be here, and we were putting that there to go with a 2 here. Now this cell would be jousting with 2 opponents. So that is not possible. This is not a 2. This is a 2. Not only that, one of these is now a 2. It can't be in this box because this one has one here or here. So now one of these is a 2. Oh, wrong mode. Not this one. This one is now no longer a 2 because 2 is here or here. This one is a 2. That needs a partner which is there. This one needs a partner which is there. We can get rid of those other 2s. And we've almost done all the 2s. I mean, that is fascinating. What a tour around the grid with knights as 2s. Now, these still have to be resolved in their X-wing. And they're just partners to each other. It's very important, I think. It must be very important to remember this rule about knights can't joust with 2 opponents at the same time, which ruled out that cell. Now, we must be able to copy this logic. Oh, actually, no. Before I go on, that 2 decided the 3 down here. And I don't know how useful that is, but it's something. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll probably come back to that. Before I do that, I want to kind of copy this 2 logic with 8s, because I'm absolutely convinced this symmetry is going to apply throughout. So how did we go? Okay, so 8 has to be in one of these 3 cells. That means, why did that mean that 8 had to be in one of these 2? What have I missed? Have I failed to make some step here? Oh no, this 8 needs a partner. That was the whole key point. I thought I'd done that early on, obviously not. In fact, that's now sorted out the 4. Didn't realize that was happening. Okay, so that 8 needed a partner. So 8 is up here in one of these cells. That, whichever one of those it is, needs a partner, which can't be here because that's not a jouster. Clearly, yeah, can't reach there. So its partner, yeah, this is the point. We've got 8s in columns 9, 8, and 5. So we've got 1 8 there, and that is jousting with an 8 in column 6. Yes. So one of those is an 8. This one can't be. So in fact, we've got an 8 fixed in column 7, and that's jousting with that one. Yeah, it gets a bit easier with the symmetry having been done on the other side, actually. Now, those are placed there. So one of these is an 8 by the same logic we followed for 2s over here. That, yeah, that would need a partner here, which would mean that the 8 in row 5 would be here, and suddenly this would have 2 partners. So that is not possible. Wow, this is crazy as a puzzle. I mean, I love it, actually. Now, 8 there gets rid of 8 from there. It puts an 8 in one of these. And did we work out that if that was 8, this could have no partner? It couldn't reach an 8 in this box or in this box. Yes, so that's an 8. I mean, there do seem to be slightly different ways of coming at this, but that is fine. Wow, so this one's a 6 now. That's all that's left there. 2s have been fixed here. 2 there and 2 there. You can get rid of that 2. And there we go. I think we've... Oh no, we haven't quite restored symmetry. We need an 8 in row 5. That's got to be there. And now we are fully symmetrical again. Oh no, nearly. This one we now know is a 7. There we go. Okay, that is interesting. Now, what else can we do? We've got some way. Oh, look, 4. Look at this 4 and how it operates down here. So 4 is going to need a partner. This is kind of the newest digit we've established with that 6. Now, at first glance, 4 can have partners there or there without in these kind of new boxes. That 4 is ruling out box 5. But it can't have both as partners. Oh, it's beautiful. This 4 is obviously ruling out these 3 cells. So there is a 4 in one of these 2. Now, if there was a 4 here, where would the 4 be here? If it was in this cell, this 4 would have 2 partners. And if it was in this cell, this 4 would have 2 partners. So that 4 is not using that as its partner. It must have its partner here. That is crazy. Now I'm going to do that over the other side before I forget it. So this 6, by the same token, its partner can't be here because of that 6. It's going to have to be, it can't be here for this same reason, that would either create a dual jouster there or a dual jouster there. So its partner is only here. That's mad. I mean, this puzzle is crazy. You can see why it's kind of scrambling your normal expectations of what to look for. Now, those are partnered up. Where would a 6 go in this box, maybe? It's got to be one of those 3 cells. And I say that because this one's ruled out. That would create this dual jouster thing. So I don't think it can be here, because where would that get a jousting partner? They're all used up for the boxes it can reach, okay? So it is in one of these 2. That gives us a 6, not symmetrically, but 6 in column 6, 6 in column 5. The 6 in column 4 has to be here. Now, where can this reach a partner? In a different box. Well, the 6s in these boxes are taken. So it's got to be this box. And, well, that theoretically leaves these 3 cells as possibles. But in practice, this one is not, because it would be jousting with a 6 and a red cell. So 6 is confined to those 2, and either pair of those is possible. Those 2 knights, if you like, are hived away on their own up there. Now, this all has to work down here as well. Although actually over this side of the grid, we've got a 6 and a red cell, so that's not 6. This 6, oh, this 6 needs a partner. That could be there or there. Well, those 6s tell us, well, and need that 6, that 6 is here in those, in column 7. Now, these 6s have to be partnered just as above by, no, I was going to say have to be partnered here, but they don't, because that one could theoretically be a partner. Oh no, this is now available. Okay, it's not. Well, I'm jumping ahead on the symmetry because I haven't done this same thing for 4s at the top. But I'm not sure what I can rule out yet. Because all of these boxes need a 6. 6 could be there, and then there and there. It couldn't actually be those. Yeah, 6 can't be. Yes, that's right. 6 can't be here, because it would be jousting with that, and then it would be jousting with whichever one of these 2 was left to be the 6. So it would be jousting with 2 opponents. So this must be the 6. We can get rid of that one. That needs a partner. That's got to be there. Okay, so oops, put in a real 6. Get rid of the candidates, and these candidates are now gone. That has to be a 6. Wow, so have we got all the 6s placed? Not quite. There's this pair up here. Another X-wing left behind. Now, let's do the same with the 4s. So, how did we get that started? So we started looking here. All of these can be 4s based on normal Sudoku rules. But these possible places for a 4 couldn't have a partner except that one, which would be partnered with that, which would be partnered with that. So that would be a double jouster. So those are not possible. I think this is right. So we can get rid of those possibilities. And I hope this is right. I'm not messing this up, am I? I think that means this has to be a 4. Now that's got a partner either there or there, but it's not there because that would be jousting with that one, which is in a red cell. So that's got a partner there. They're jousting, they're jousting. That's good. Now we've got a 6-4 pair here, and the, oh, we need a 4 up here. Oh yeah, that's going to be jousting with this one. It's the only one it can possibly reach at this point. So that one, which is already jousting with that, can't be jousting with that, so that fixes 4 and 6 there, and 6 and must be 4 there, yes. And I think we've done all the even numbers. And that's partly because of the symmetry and just which boxes are numbered 2, 4, 6, and 8. It's not because of the parity of the numbers, particularly in this case. Now, I mean, it's a fascinating puzzle. It's just not normal. We've got a 5-9 pair here. Of course, remember, 5s are non-jousters, so they act differently. Can we use that? Yes, we can. This cell This can't be a 9 because it would need a jousting partner. The 4 cells it can reach by knight's move are there, there. Oops. Let's try that again. There, 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 and there. And this one's the only free one, and that can't be another 9 in the same box. So this one is a 5, and this one is a 9. Now, the 9 needs a partner, but now it's got 2 possibilities, so it's in one of those 2. The 5 not only doesn't need a partner, it can't have a partner. Actually, that's clear. 5. This is a kind of 3-5 pair now. Can we see which one is a 3? No, I don't see how we could really yet. But this 5 and this 5, this can't be a 5 because it'd be a knight's move. It's a 5 in one of those. But of course we can do the same 1-5 thing here. Although we've only got 1 1 in the grid, we can tell this can't be a 1 because of the cells that it would be partnered with. So that's the 5. That's 1. This one is not a 5. Maybe I should make the 5s red cells just so we're getting familiar with the idea that they can't be knight jousters, as it were. Still got quite a few red cells to finish, actually. Now, what else can we pick up at this point with those 3-5 pairs? I don't know. If this was a 5, it's possible. Yeah, that would have to be a 5. That would be a 5. Got 5 there. That would be a 5. This can't be because that's not a joust. Oh, that's a possible arrangement. I suspect there's another one in little pair boxes the other way round. Yeah, I mean, something like that would work as well. 5's not as helpful as I hoped. Right, what else can we pick up then? We've got to get something else done now. 175 in that group doesn't really tell us anything that we didn't know. This is a 5-7 pair, obviously, for symmetry with that one, and 1 is in one of those cells. Let's get that noted in. They do both mean this can't be 1 because this would be double jousting with it, and this by normal Sudoku. It's not very extremely helpful. So what else can we pick up now? Got to be looking at odd numbers. Kind of stalled a bit on 5s because there seem to be possible arrangements for those unusual numbers. So what about something like, it's either 1s, 3s, 7s or 9s. We've got more 7s, I suppose, and 3s than the others. Okay, if that was 3, it would need a jousting partner. That would have to be, well, either here or here. Well, it couldn't be here because any entry in this box would either break Sudoku or create a double jouster. So if that was 3, this would be 3. Now, where would other 3s be? Quite a lot of the 3s over here are all in red cells. So the remaining 4 3s would all have to be jousting with each other down here. Now, one of them would be in this box. I don't know. I'm not sure that works as a way forward. Okay, that's frustrating. Let's try something else. So 9s, they're limited here. So 9 would be jousting with that 9. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, that would put 9 in the bottom row of this. because that is non-jouster. That would be a double jouster. It's funny, I mean, like, I'm adapting this terminology straight away. Now, one of these would have to be a 9. And it would have to be this one, because that one hasn't got any cells it could joust with. So if that was a 9, this would be a 9. Now, one of these two would be, but that would be the end of that jousting pair. This can't be a 9, right? 9 is down in one of these. Oh, I can't quite see how it's meant to become clear. This is getting irritating now. Right, 5. 5 is limited to those cells because it can never be a knight's move away from another 5. Ah, that's interesting. That tells us, in case we were unsure, that 5 cannot be in the remaining red cells on the perimeter, because 5 would either be there, a knight's move away from a 5, or there by normal Sudoku. So this is either a 1 or 7. By the same token, this is either a 3 or 9. Now, if 5's there, has this become impossible? No, I think we worked out that there was a possible way, but at least we've limited 5s. Now, these ones, these are either 1 or 9, aren't they? Well, that's interesting. If it was a 1, where would its partner be? Its partner would be here, because... yeah, okay, this is good. Finally, got something. Sorry about the delay there. Right, if this was a 1, what I'm saying is its partner, its jousting partner, can't be here because of that 1. It wouldn't reach there. Sorry, I should just do knight's moves. So that would leave it. It can't be there because that's a non-jousting square. So it would be here. So you'd in rows 4 and 5, you'd have these two. Where would the row 6 1 go? There's nowhere for it there. So this is not 1, this is 9. And we can fill in the 1 at the end of the row. Now, where does that joust with a 1? Could be here or here. And the other 1 could be there. I thought we were going to be done. And we're not. So 9 is in one of those 2 cells. 1 is in one of those 2 cells, just by normal Sudoku. So, surely, maybe we can work out what this is now. It's not 8, 5, 2, 4, 6 because of the box. It can now see 9, so it's not that by a knight's move. And this is a non-jousting cell. Oh, frustrating. Okay, maybe we just need to establish whether that has a partner here. If that had a partner here, then how could one of these 2 cells have a jousting partner? Only by it being there and there. That would be a 1, which would be jousting with that 1, that 1, and that 1. Okay, that is possible. What if this was a non-jousting? If this was the 1 instead, this would have to joust with 1 in the central cell. Ah, yeah, and that's not possible. Phew. Okay, the reason this can't be a 1 is because where would you put a 1 in box 8? Can't be here by normal Sudoku, and here would create a double jouster. Wow, so this one's jousting partner is here. Thank goodness. Okay, so we can put a 7 in there now. That's been ruled out. So we get down to 5 and 9 for those 2. This one's actually a 5 for its column. We can get rid of the 5 there. We can do all the same stuff over here, and why not? So where is 9? It has to be here, because that can't be a 9, because 9 couldn't be placed there or there. Yes, so this is the 9. Oops, sorry. And that's the 3. What a clever puzzle this is. I mean, this is really weird. Okay, actually, we can resolve the 1, 3 here, because that 3 cannot joust with a 3. So We can put them in. Same here. 7 must be there because it can't be here, which is a 9. It's moved away from 7. Now we've got 1 and 3 here. This cannot be 1 because it would be jousting with a 1. Perfect. So at least we finally get some traction at this point. Now 7 and 9 here. This must be the same. Yes, this must be... No, this one cannot joust with a 9, so it's a 7. Okay, good. 9, 8, 2, 6. So we still haven't resolved these ones. But 9 here. Where's 9 in this box? Is it going to joust with this one? Yes, it is. Yes, it has to. So it's here. And that resolves the 1. So similarly, 1 needs a 1 to be jousting with here. That resolves the 9. That 9 fixes the 5, 9 pair up there. What a puzzle. What a pleasure. I mean, this was brilliant. Really clever. Now, I am forgotten to kind of keep highlighting the 5. So let's just do that before we finish off. I think we've got them all now. Yeah, let's highlight those as red non-jousting cells, just so we can see the full lists in all their glory. And then we can fill in the last few digits. Very few of them left because we've had to work everything out piece by piece in this puzzle. What a lovely puzzle. Thank you very much, Gary, for that. Really entertaining. Very unusual puzzle, but quite a challenge. And I'm not going to say I'd want to do one again in a moment because that really did scramble the brain a bit. I'm a bit gobsmacked by the whole thing, actually. Lovely puzzle, lovely idea. All of those white cells are jousting with just one similar digit. I mean, I'm amazed that that grid exists. Lovely construction. Thank you very much for watching. As always, for all our compilers, thank you very much for making the effort. We're really thrilled by the submissions we keep getting. The quality of them just continues to amaze me. And this one was great fun. Thanks for staying with us, and do stay safe, please. And come back and join us tomorrow for more Cracking the Cryptic. As it is, bye for now.